Good morning, students. Myself Sonali Arun Wagmare, Assistant Professor, SND College of Pharmacy, Yeola. Today we are going to discuss on our new topic, that is local anesthetics. So after completion of this topic, students will come to know about SAR of local anesthetics, benzoic acid derivatives, aminobenzoic acid derivatives, lidocaine, anilide derivatives, and miscellaneous. So objective of this is to understand the chemistry of drugs with respect to their pharmacological activity, understand the drug metabolic pathways, adverse effect and therapeutic value of drugs. Next, know the structure activity relationship of different class of drugs. Next, study the chemical synthesis of selected drugs. In introduction, we can say what are local anesthetics. So these are the drugs which produce insensitivity in a limited area by blocking the generation and conduction of nerve impulses. They interrupt pain impulses in a specific region of the body without loss of patient consciousness. So generally, local anesthetics are used to block the pain sensation, pain message to deliver to the brain via blocking of generation of nerve impulse conduction. They are applied locally or injected to produce loss of sensation in the required area. Local anesthetics decrease the permeability of cell membrane to sodium, thus prevents depolarization. Normally, the process is completely reversible and the agent does not produce any residual effect on the nerve fiber. So, whenever we are applying local anesthetic, the process of anesthesia is get reversed without any harm to the person. Local anesthetics are drugs that, when applied directly to the peripheral nervous tissue, blocks nerve conduction and abolish or counteract all the sensations in the part supplied by the nerve. They are generally applied to the somatic nerves and capable of cutting on axons, cells body, dendrites and synapses. So where they are applied? They are applied to the peripheral nervous tissue and can able to block the somatic nerves. In this manner, the passage of sodium through the pores gets reduced significantly and hence cause direct interference with the action potential. Evidently, a local anesthetic helps in drastically minimizing the excitability of the nerve membranes with touching the resting potentials. In short, local anesthetics neither interact with the pain receptors nor affect the biosynthesis of pain mediators. What they are doing? They are doing the blockage of sodium channels either by hydrophilic or hydrophobic pathways. Site and technique of administration of the local anesthetic agent, where they are generally applied. So there are different types of anesthesia depending upon the site of administration of local anesthetics. Number 1, surface or topical anesthesia. The local anesthetic is applied to the mucous membrane, for example, conjunctiva, larynx, throat, damaged skin surface, etc. So in case of topical anesthesia, the anesthetic agent is directly applied to the mucous membrane. Second one, infiltration anesthesia. In this, the drug is subcutaneously injected to paralyze the sensory nerve endings around the area to be rendered insensitive. Example, an area to be incised or for tooth extraction. So generally in case of tooth surgery, this infiltration anesthesia could be applied. Third one, nerve block anesthesia. The local anesthetic is injected as close as possible to the nerve trunk, supplying the specific area to be anesthetized. This blocks conduction in both sensory and motor fibers, and minor operations on the limb are possible. So, in case of minor surgeries, minor limb operations, this type of nerve block anesthesia is employed. Fourth one, spinal anesthesia. In this, drug is directly injected into the subarachnoid space, that is cerebrospinal fluid, to paralyze the roots of the spinal nerves. Remember, the drug is directly injected into the cerebrospinal fluid to paralyze the roots of the spinal nerve. This method is used to induce anesthesia for abdominal or pelvic surgical operations. Next one, epidural anesthesia. This is a special type of nerve block anesthesia in which the drug is injected into the epidural space. Now we are knowing that epidural space is nothing but a special space in case of a spinal nerve. It is technically a more difficult procedure, as the anesthetic agent is directly applied at the root of a spinal nerve. Fifth one, caudal anesthesia. This is similar to epidural anesthesia, where the injection is made through sacral hiatus into the vertebral canal, which contains the cauda equina. Cauda equina is a site which is present in a vertebral canal. It is used for operations on the pelvic viscera. So whatever operations of a pelvic regions, pelvic viscera, these are done by applying the caudal anesthesia. So we will move towards the history of this local anesthetics, who have worked prior to invent a new generations of local anesthetics. Albert Niemann in 1859 to 1860 was the first to isolate the cocaine and discovered its anesthetic properties. In 1884, cocaine was the first local anesthetic introduced by Karl Koller and first used in ophthalmology. Next one, Halsted used it to block nerve conduction. First of all, it was invented by Karl Koller, and then Halsted has used for the block nerve conduction. Next, in 1905, the first synthetic local anesthetic Procaine was introduced by Pinon, and in 1943, subsequently, Lidocaine as first amide local anesthetic was emerged by the Lofgren. Moreover, in the history, the new amino ester local anesthetics were synthesized between 1891 and 1930. These are nothing but tropocaine, eucaine, holocaine, orthocaine, benzocaine, and tetracaine. In addition to amide local anesthetics were prepared between 1898 and 1972, including Nirvaquine, Procaine, Chloroprocaine, Chincocaine, Lidocaine, Mepivacaine, Prilocaine, Efocaine. Likewise, all of these drugs were less toxic than cocaine, but they had differing amounts of central nervous system and cardiovascular toxicity. The toxicity may be imparted because of a certain structural features of a local anesthetic drugs. Bupivacaine is of special interest because of its long duration of action and history of clinical application. In next part, we will going to see what are the features, structural features, which are responsible for toxicity of these types of local anesthetics. So firstly, we will see the mechanism of action of local anesthetics, how generally they are exhibiting their effect. So the sodium ions move to the inside of the fiber. We are knowing that for the action potential generation, it requires that sodium ion should be enter into the cell and potassium ion simultaneously move out or diffuse out to the cell. The entire process is called as a depolarization. Immediately after the nerve impulse has passed, the pores again become smaller. Sodium ions are now pumped out of the fiber. At the same time, potassium ions are actively transported into the fiber. The nerve membrane is then ready to conduct another impulse. So, in that manner, the nerve conduction is carried out. So, the nerve fiber is a long cylinder surrounded by a semi permeable membrane made up of proteins and lipid act as a channels or pores for the passage of sodium and potassium ions through the membrane. So local anesthetics are blocking depolarization of the nerve membrane to make the conduction of nerve impulse impossible. See, in the generation of nerve impulse, there is a generation of action potential is there, and action potential is carried out through the process of polarization, depolarization, repolarization. These are the various steps of action potential generation. Among that, the depolarization phase is mostly blocked by the local anesthetics. Next part, that is a chemistry of local anesthetics. So in a diagram we are able to see the two types of functional groupings is present in case of a local anesthetics. Structurally it is consisting of aromatic nucleus, amino group. These are two are joined by means of a linker or linkage. That a linkage can be ester linkage or it can be a amide linkage. So all the local anesthetic drugs except cocaine are synthetic. Traditionally, there have been two main groups available for the use, which are containing either ester or amide linkage. Both these types of anesthetics have three main structural parts as follows. Number one, aromatic ring, which is lipophilic in portion, or we can say hydrophobic in nature. Second one, intermediate chain, or we are calling it as linker or linkage. This provides special separation between the aromatic ring and amino group, that is hydrophilic group. Local anesthetics are classified on the basis of the intermediate chain. Third part in the structure of local anesthetic, that is nothing but amino group. So generally primary, secondary or tertiary group can be involved as a hydrophilic portion, but among all these the tertiary amino group will be preferred and it is more stable. Generally local anesthetics are secondary or tertiary amines for the reason the nitrogen is linked through an intermediary chain to a lipophilic portion. So there are, as we have seen, ester anesthetics and amide anesthetics structurally. Ester anesthetics are metabolized in the plasma by the enzyme pseudocholinesterase, which is generally occurring in blood and having prevalence in liver also. Procaine undergoes hydrolysis to para-aminobenzoic acid, which is excreted unchanged in urine, and diethylamino alcohol, which undergoes further transformation prior to excretion. So whatever this PABA generated in the metabolism of procaine, that is responsible for the allergic reactions in the body. Second one, amide anesthetics. These are metabolized in a more complex fashion in the liver and they are more stable than the ester anesthetics. The status of the liver function is therefore significant. In a patient with a healthy liver, about 70% of the drug undergoes biotransformation, that is metabolism. So the reason why amide anesthetics are more stable than ester anesthetic is that itself stated earlier that various esterases are present in liver and blood are prone to digest or we can say hydrolyze the ester anesthetics, and that is not the case in case of a amide anesthetic. And for this reason half life of amide anesthetics is far more than the ester anesthetic. So students, next part, that is nothing but a classification of local anesthetics. Local anesthetics are generally classified into the following groups. Number 1, natural agents, for example cocaine. Number 2, synthetic nitrogenous compounds, in that A, derivative of benzoic acid, hexylcane, meprilcane, cyclomethylcane, piperocane. Number B, derivative of para-aminobenzoic acid, in that number 1, freely soluble and poorly soluble. Now freely soluble categories include procaine, amethocane, butacane, propoxycane, etc. and poorly soluble benzocaine, orthocane, tetrocane. Next one, subclass of synthetic nitrogenous compound, that is derivatives of acetanilide. In that examples are lignocane, mepivacane, bupivacaine, prilocaine, etidocane, etc. Next subclass is derivatives of quinoline, cincocaine,